We're going to be fabricating a hand-based ulnar gutter orthosis. So this type of orthosis, you can include one or multiple fingers, you can include one or multiple joints. So for this video, we are going to include the ring and small, and we're going to extend it all the way to include all of the joints of both fingers. So we'll start with the pattern. You're going to position the patient in intrinsic plus position, which is full extension of the IP joints and flexion of the MPs. So on the dorsum of the hand, you're going to palpate the metacarpals and mark between the ring and long finger, and then extend that up to the tips of the fingers and mark where they stop. Then you'll palpate for the wrist, because this is a hand-based orthosis. We want it to stop at the wrist. And then on the volar side of the hand, you'll do the same thing, palpate between the ring and long finger. And then you always want to palpate for the base of the thenar eminence. Whether you include one finger or three, you always want it to extend down to the base of the thenar eminence so that the thumb can be free for motion. And then you'll extend this to the bottom of the wrist as well. When your material is ready, you can first tag it at the wrist. This is optional, but I'm gonna do it so that I get a snug fit. Then you can also tag around the included digits. You can pinch at the top, and since the small finger is not as long as the ring finger, you want to pinch above it. And then you want to position the patient in intrinsic plus again. You also want to be sure to get a nice fit in the palm of the hand. Okay, when the material's cool, you're ready to mark it for trimming. So I'm going to bring this straight down from between those fingers to the thenar eminence. And then this is a hand-based, so we want to keep the wrist free. So you're going to mark that just above the wrist. And then on the dorsum of the hand, you want to bring that straight down as well. Here's the orthosis after it has been trimmed. You do want to cut open the portion between the included fingers and the not included fingers so that it doesn't impede motion of the adjacent finger. You also want to bring down both sides and round those corners. And I also trimmed off this corner here above the small finger, since the small finger is shorter than the ring finger. Velcro for this, you're going to do a big one on the dorsum of the hand, and then you can do two small ones around the fingers. You can also just do one large one, either way. And then on the volar side, you're going to do two medium-sized straps. And I'll show you how to cut those, but you're gonna do two and kind of angle them like this. For the strap, you're going to take a thicker strap and cut it down the middle until about an inch away from the end, like this, so that you can attach the large portion on the dorsum of the hand, and then there's a strap to go above the thumb and below the thumb. So here's the final product. Again, with these finger straps, you can do two small ones or one larger one. And then with the hand strap, you're going to bring the top one above the thumb and the bottom one below the thumb. You do want to trim these so that they're thinner around the thumb portion so that they don't rub or limit any motion. You want to be sure the patient can move their adjacent finger. It's not pinching or rubbing anywhere. And then you also want to make sure they have full flexion and extension of their wrist.